busting my balls, Billy, okay?
I can already tell that I don't like you.
Fuck you, bust on my balls.
I ain't scared of you motherfuckers.
It might be your first ball job.
Yeah, of course.
How long did it take for the guy to come?
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Bustin' Balls. I'm your host, Eric Pennell. OW20 is my squirt. You know what I'm saying? That's my fucking squirt. And I'm actually due. I'm due for a oil change here. I'm at 52,000, almost 900 miles. And you see this, Ryan, right here? You see how I write something down? No, actually, I'm at 54,000. I got to change it.
How often do you have to change your oil?
I got another thousand. I do it at 5,000. I do it at 5,000 miles. Every 5,000 miles, I change it in my fucking garage with OW20.
I remember getting your oil change used to be like, I always thought it was like $20. Now you go there, it's like 40 fucking bucks.
It's 40. If you get synthetic, it's like fucking $65 that you have some fucking idiot jump under there and shit, and they're like,
you have to get semi-synthetic.
But we refilled your fucking no. You got to get synthetic, dude. It's something you got to take care of your cars, man.
I always hated like how they, when you go to Jiffy Lube and stuff, and they always come in here and try to sell you on other shit. You know, your windshield wipers.
Well, yeah, they're trying to upsell you all the time.
Pretty weak. I need to. And then they'll be like, have you checked your air filter?
Everything at Jiffy Lube is expensive. They're like, your tail light's out. Do you want to buy another one? It's $14. It's like, oh, you're gonna sell me a fucking tail? Yeah, but that's installation too. It's like, bitch, I could fucking install that.
You know who they sell that to? People who are
women and idiots.
Yeah.
Seriously,
my
ex,
it's like she's like, I got my oil change. I looked at the bill; it was $150.
Oh my
I'm like,
God.
You didn't just get your oil changed;
Jesus.
You got robbed.
No, you should be changing her oil. That's why she broke up with you, is because you wouldn't change your own oil.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah.
Change the oil.
Yeah. I've been telling. You know what, dude? I tell strangers your story about how it all went down. And it's like it's like a tale of like what not to do and stuff, and how it all went down and stuff like that.
For what? For me?
For relationships, yeah.
What not to do?
What not to do?
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's what not to do. That's like a what not to do relationship story.
How's it what not to do? I basically won the lottery for 8 years.
You think that's lottery? Boy, you got low standards. That if you think
working, going to Europe twice.
Okay.
Fucking getting clothes bought for you all the time, being taken out to eat 4 times a week.
Why'd you guys go to Europe twice? Like, what are you guys doing? Fox hunting or something? Like, what is the matter with you? Like, why twice?
In case you didn't know, there's a few different countries over there.
Do you think? I don't think I care about
those fucking places.
Stinky armpit people over there. You think I want stinky armpit people and they're fucking?
Do you think anybody from like Europe, like someone from like Spain or whatever, is like, hey, guess where I was? Utah.
Yeah, Utah's a beautiful place. Well,
yeah, I flew all the way from fucking Spain to visit Utah.
There are people that do that, dude.
North America.
Yeah, I just met 2 people. I just met 2 young people the other day that were they were from Lithuania, and they're in Chicago for the summer, and they just were in Colorado for a few months. And then they're going to save up some money here. And who are you calling while you're fucking...
I don't know. It's fucking...
You fucking piece of
God
shit. Your piece of shit Groupon
just
phone.
Called someone I've never like talked to in like 8 years.
Yeah.
And it's like on face cam.
Yeah, you just butt dial. Well, they know it. Because you know what's going to happen? They're going to call you back and go, was that an accident or did you mean to call me?
I hope not.
That's why you got to take people out of your fucking phone. For ass dialing,
I don't know what happens.
You got to take numbers out of your phone that people you don't want to talk to.
God,
like you just can't keep it where you go, I just never deleted it. Because then if you, especially like an ex-girlfriend, what happens if you butt dial an ex-girlfriend and they go, so you were thinking of me?
Well, so you know what? Like when I was talking about how like my ex, we found out that she got married. 10 months after,
so Ryan Andrews has not even talked about this. I was waiting for you to bring it around.
Oh, yeah?
I didn't want to force you.
Yeah,
so all the listeners that have been listening to Ryan Andrews for the last couple of years on This Is for the Birds, and we're no, dude, are you talking about? I got listeners, dude. They're growing every month.
Birds,
no, I'm talking about for fucking busting balls. And everybody's been keeping up with Ryan Andrews. So he was with somebody for 8 years. They were engaged. Wink, wink. And And they eventually broke up, and which he said was mutual, which I don't really see it that way. It was really mutual.
When I choose not to touch someone for 3 years, I think they kind of get the hint.
Oh, whoa. Can you
too.
imagine the first time somebody put their fucking fingers up it? She goes, oh, my God. That's just a regular old cracker, yeah? But dude, so he broke up with this girl like 10 months ago, and then he found out a couple weeks ago that she's already been married.
Yeah, my sister told me she was married.
Oh, I feel bad for you on that, dude. I do feel bad. I kid with you.
It's just like ridiculous. It's like, how bad do you want to get married?
Well, she wanted to get married bad, and that's what it is. So they break up, and within 9 months, she's already married, which is a common thing, dude.
It's like
not
planning a wedding and like finding time to fall in love and be someone is like.
Well, fall in love is like a very fast thing. Like
unless it was happening
people
while we were together, which I'm guessing probably was.
Some people can fall in love really quick, and then if they're fucking, batshit crazy, they can just go, let's get married. And it's like, oh my God.
You know who falls in love real quick? People who have never been in love.
Yeah, you think?
Yeah, I mean, it happened to my brother, and like, and people like, you know what I mean? Like, wow, someone likes me. And then you instantly like just are infatuated with that person, and it just kind of gives off that feeling, at least you think you're in love faster. Because you're willing to jump into something because you haven't had it before.
Or maybe she's crazy in love. Maybe she's crazy in love and just wanted to get married, dude.
Who? Oh, you're talking about my ex?
Your ex. But you know what? Also, she's like, look, I wasted 8 years with this fucking guy and it didn't work out.
Yeah.
When it doesn't work out, they look at it like it was wasted time. Even if you had a good time most of the years. But if it doesn't work out, especially to women, man, also women, dude, are they're on a clock, whether they want to admit it or not. Because once they hit a certain age and they want babies, they're on a clock, dude.
She never wanted babies, though. That was at least at first.
Everybody always says that. And the next thing you know, 2 years later, you're in fucking
She knew
Sir Mac Produce getting married with a couple runs.
It was going to be like that movie 5 Year Engagement. It was just going to be where things I think in her mind, she just knew like everything that was going on, that it was never actually going to be a day when we get married, because I kept pushing back the day. I'm like, hey, maybe how about next summer? I don't know. I can't with the insurance and stuff. I can't fucking. You're
like Harry Met Sally. You just need a Sally now. You just need like a Sally to clown around with, and you guys like trade.
If I meet, there's no good-looking Sallys. Let's be.
There's some good-looking Sallys out there.
Sally's what I used to call like my fucking sissy name for my friends. Like
well, Harry met Sally. You're not gonna meet somebody that her actual name.
My sister.
That's your sister, huh? No kidding. I never seen your sister before. No kidding.
Yeah, walking the dog, picking up
that's
some Thai
the dog,
food.
huh? I didn't know you guys had a dog out here, huh?
Yeah, that's the dog that has severe anxiety and like
what a surprise that you got a dog in your family that has severe fucking anxiety.
Oh, really?
That is really I would have never seen that coming.
Oh yeah.
That you
I don't even know what that means. I don't know you're coming back over
I
there.
think you know what that means, man. So no, man. I mean, you know what?
Here's the thing. So then my sister tells me about this. I don't give a shit actually. Like I was actually like, oh, really? Like, it's a shock, obviously, but I wasn't, like, faded, like, oh, like, I'm over it by now. You know what I mean? That part of it. But I am, like, I do want to know how that shit went down.
You want to know the timeline and the story.
Timeline story.
Sort of, right? Where it's like, so what? Did you guys meet after we broke up, or did you meet and already start to get this ball bouncing before?
I guarantee you it had to be somebody from her work that even like, she's probably like emotionally cheating on or fucking, who knows.
Don't be doing that emotionally cheating on shit, dude. I don't play that. That's fucking
that shit, like, dude, if
like
you have something with somebody
terms.
for like 6 months, it's like fucking Jim and Pam on The Office. She's dating someone else for a long time. He's dating some crazy bitches, and then, or wait, yeah, like, so they're like all, you know how that show like is, and then they eventually get together, and they're like, magic and like,
you're Roy. You're like Roy.
Yeah.
You're Roy, and they're Jim and Pam.
Yeah, exactly.
Whoa.
So what I'm saying is, like, when you work with somebody, you know them for a long time. Yeah, like, so, and they had their moments on that show, so it was kind of probably like the same shit, and then they ended up just getting.
Good thing is Roy starts a gravel company and then actually does really well.
Yeah, that part's not going to happen.
Yeah, no, it still could happen, man.
But, like, so then my sister tells me that, and she's like, hey, let's find out about your other exes and see how they're doing. Yeah, that's a great idea.
That's what she says?
Yeah, so.
Why would you even want to know about other exes? I don't want to know about other exes.
I'm basically, I don't care. I'm basically the guy that right before you get married. in every relationship, it seems like they get married to the next person. Like,
Well,
I destroy them completely.
I don't think so. I
And
think
then
they
they
want to
decide,
marry
yeah, I need
you,
to
but
get
you don't
married.
ever want to go farther
Oh,
past.
they all of them want to get married
You
to
don't.
me.
You don't go farther past that certain point. You don't. You only go past a certain checkpoint, and you go, yeah, I gotta stop here.
I've never had money, never had like a decent job, but all my exes have that long-term relationship had wanted to get married.
Yeah.
So that was crazy to me. I didn't see why, but yeah, I guess after you date a while, they just most girls want to get married, right?
Dude, I was talking to somebody the other day that I know, and he's older, and he was talking about an ex-girlfriend of his, and he goes, she was a crazy bitch, and he goes, I fought 9 guys for that fucking bitch.
What?
He fought 9 dudes.
Like physically fought?
Physically fought 9 dudes.
I don't even know how that works.
Well, because she was like a fucking little flirty whore, and she was like supposed to be his fucking
was
girlfriend.
this like a house you enter and you have to take out 9 guys to get the fucking girl?
No, it'd be
like
like, hey, he got off work early, and then he drives by her house, and he sees like a fucking dude's car outside of her house, and then goes and knocks on the door, and there's some dude in there, and then they're fucking out in the yard, fucking swinging and shit.
Oh, so you mean like he was with her, but then he would come
when
over
he was
and
with
she
her,
was cheating
she was
on
such
her.
a whore that he fought 9
Okay.
guys over this chick. Or like he'd be at the
damn.
bar and shit like that, and like she's flirting with some dude, and then he's like, "What's going on?" And then some dude mouths off, and they're fucking swinging next to the bar fucking table.
That's
the bar stool, a fucking pool table.
I don't know how you would fight for a girl
9.
that many times.
9.
Like, wouldn't you just like, all right, this isn't worth it?
No, he
Fucking kidding
eventually
9
dude,
times.
and he told me, he goes years later I ran into her, and she goes, yeah, you were crazy. He goes, I was fucking crazy. He goes, you fucking, I had to fight 9 guys over you because you're fucking out of control.
Jesus
Out
Christ.
9 guys. There's people that haven't fought 9 fucking people in their whole life like me, and this guy fought it over like a fucking 9-month relationship. He's fighting a dude every month.
I wouldn't even fight. I would just be like, oh, I don't want this shit. I would just walk away
It's so
there after
funny,
that first
dude.
one. You know what I mean? Like, if you're physically having to like fight off a guy being on your girl,
Yeah.
you guys shouldn't be dating.
Let her go, bud.
Right? Fucking
She ain't
let
no
it
good.
go.
She ain't no good, dude.
I don't know. Like, I enjoy being fucking single and not even like dating.
nothing
I
wrong
don't
with
go
it.
on date. I just don't like having to answer to anybody.
That's a plus. That is a
Right?
plus. Yeah.
Fucking answer. How many times have you been out and your wife's like, where the fuck are you?
Mm-hmm.
Get home. What are you doing? And all the shit where like dealing with your family, like, oh, we got to go over to Oliver's house. His son's got a birthday, and go over and just pretend to be like hanging out and
No,
cutting cake. And
you
just
got to be
like,
patient. If you're gonna be with like somebody, you got to be 100% patient. Otherwise, like if you like confrontation and you like arguing and like I got to win all the time, don't get married. I mean, or do it and just get ready to be fucking fighting all the time, and it could easily more go to divorce eventually after a certain amount of time. But
if I could just,
because I'm not an arguer, because dude, I'll lose, and even if I win, I still lose. Because you know what it ends up her? It ends up with her just crying because I had to fucking mentally dominate her somehow. Because especially when I'm right.
You and me are both the same though, because we don't show emotion at all. And
I'm like a robot inside.
they always
my
look
wife
at me,
says.
yeah, like they'll be crying, and then they'll look at you like, "What's wrong with you? Do you show anything? Are you a monster?"
Yeah, I've heard that.
Yes,
I've heard
I am.
stuff
I guess
like that
I'm a
before.
monster.
No. Or you know what my move is? I go, "Are you crying?" I've said this before. I go, "You crying again?" Like I just say like you cry too much.
That's
like
gonna
are
solve
you?
the
Why are
problem.
you like when I tell her like not just my wife, but I've said like you cry so much that when real shit comes up, like I'm not even gonna believe you because you cry so much. Like every conflict does not have to go to tears. Like, can you not take it always to tears? Can we just talk? And then for some reason I'm a monster because I say that. It's like I'm not a monster. Just don't go to crying, and let's just keep a level head and negotiate what we're talking about like fucking adults.
Right, because if you have too many, if you're crying at every little thing, then what are you even going to believe that's actual has like hurt to you? If you're taking everything to that level, then where the fuck are you?
And
like,
I just
she cries
see
all the
it. I
time.
see it again. I see it, and I just go, this shit again. Like you're fucking crying again.
I don't like deal well with crying because I basically, I mean, I told you before, like I don't deal with that emotion. So when I see it, it's hard for me to be around.
Mm-hmm.
I'll get emotional, but I told you this before, but it's around weird shit. Like I'll see like some some movie, like watching Teen Wolf or something, and I'll start fucking bawling, crying at some like little soft moment.
Dude.
And it's just like, that's the shit I'll just
we've talked about this before, dude.
It's fucking weird.
I swear to God, I think I was listening to Mobb Deep the other day, and I was rapping to Mobb Deep in my car.
Yeah.
And like a certain part, and I out of nowhere, I like almost like get like I don't get teary eyed, but I can feel me like, ooh.
Right.
Like the little bitch guy in me comes out where I'm like, why? And I even know it when it happens. I always wonder like, why? Why is that happening at that moment? It's not like where it's like, you know, it's not like a movie where like something happened and then my buddy died there or something like that, or something bad happened because of that. It's weird. I don't know if it's because I'm getting nostalgic about something.
Yeah, I think it is.
Or maybe it takes me to a place in my life at that time when I originally was listening to it, and then there was something emotionally off that I'm not connecting, or having a thought off it that I'm not connecting it. I don't know what that was. That's something at that point in my life that I'm emotionally attaching it to is probably what it is.
I wonder if you ever get emotional about like a good fuck, like would bring you tears, like remembering that, like, oh my God.
You know what sucks,
fucking
man?
Michelle.
You know what sucks is my spank bank that I have up top of all like the chicks that I banged in the past and like how I did it and stuff like that. It's been so long that I've been with my wife, and my spank bank's starting to get older. Now it's starting to fade about like I'm starting to like
those old like fucking memories.
Dude, I should have put those on like a fucking. I should have put those on like a fucking cloud or something like that. I don't know if I should have talked about them in a video and described it, and then like put them in a cloud so I could kind of remember what it was. I'm starting to forget it.
Really?
Yeah, it's not cool.
It hasn't really happened for me. Well, I guess if you go way back, I basically remember like taking, you know, mental pictures, but yeah, like the dime pieces, or like what you consider dime pieces that you had. I remember those, and I remember like seriously, the hottest chick I ever banged was on spring break, like 2001. And this girl was like, she won like Miss Ohio.
Whoa!
She was fucking hot. Yeah, her whole body was just like straight out of the box, like pristine, like perfect.
How old?
And I got to hit that twice. On
Twice,
spring break, that's nice. Yeah, one at night and then one the next morning.
Yeah, that's weird on vacation. So you were on spring break and she was on spring break?
We're on spring break, yeah, and it was like we were there for a week, and we were like, it was the second to last day. It was basically like we were leaving the next day, and we're like, this fucking sucks. We're not getting any, because everyone's just trying to get like laid on spring break, you know, have a good time. And then we saw this bus full of basically like girls dropped out, and they were like from Ohio or what, I don't know what schools over there, but they're like, yeah, and we're like, hey, what's up, and like introduce ourselves, you know, went over there as they're checking in. And then we're like basically like, yeah, we're gonna have drinks later, and kind of like went over and checked their hotel, and then we ended up going out with them that night. And I made out with her where we were hanging out, and then we brought her back to our hotel room. I brought up the one girl, and then my friend was with this other girl I was trying to get with, and he was basically on one side of the bed, and I was on the other bed.
Fucking in the same room.
Yeah, and then he's trying to get it, but he's
college style.
Yeah, and then I'm like, I start getting it with the girl, and then why I'm getting with the girl, my friend's trying to get with another girl, and she's like, I'm not that type of person.
Oh my God.
He's like, what do you think this is?
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you think he's doing over there?
Just go with the flow, honey.
Yeah,
what are
like,
we doing? We're having a good time. We're having drinks. We're around.
Like this is.
There's got to
so pissed off.
There's got to be a higher percentage when men. I know men for sure, but women also, when they're on vacation, when they're like at a certain age, they're single, and they're going on vacation like that they want to fuck too.
Yeah,
there's something in the back of their head where they're thinking like, yeah, I might want to get down.
That's your
got to be a higher percentage of women getting down in that situation than like even them just going out on their regular night in their hometown. Which not saying that they don't want to get down.
Everybody's looser, man. Yeah. Like wet T-shirt contests, I think probably only happen on spring break.
Do you think they still do wet T-shirt contests?
I would think so.
Now after Me Too, you think they're still doing wet T-shirt contests?
I don't know. Those like sleazy places down in Florida.
They probably should,
probably,
though, right?
Like, why not? Like, it's still like, Wet T-shirt contest. I feel like that never gets old, right? Like, isn't
Dude.
that always fun? Doesn't that turn you on?
I've
like,
only
to see a
seen one wet
T-shirt?
T-shirt contest in my life, and it was at a shitty bar. It was at a horrible bar in Ohio. Yeah.
And and there wasn't any like reason for it.
It was out by Portage Lakes. It was in Portage Lakes, and that's like a small lake near where I lived. And they'd have bars there though. They were good bars though. They were good bars. Portage Lakes would have good bars, but it's a good place to get a DUI too.
Well, yeah, I saw a couple wet T-shirt contests on that week when I was in Florida. It's pretty nice.
Well, that's where they're going to be at, is like party
Florida.
places like Florida or something like that, New Orleans, where people are like, we're definitely going to drink, party, and change our fucking behavior.
So like the next morning after that girl, she stayed over at my hotel, right? So we she knows I'm leaving that next day. I'm like, fuck, could we just stayed a few more days? But no, everyone had to go back. So I'm like walking her back to her hotel room, and she's staying with a group of like 4 or 5 other girls in that room.
Yeah. We
go in, everybody's out of the room. They're out on the beach just hanging out. So I'm like, all right, so I fucked her again, and the window's open, and I'm banging her on the bed, and I see her friends out there. Why I'm banging her, and like they can see up there, but it's kind of like blocked off, so they don't know what they're doing, and they're waving up to us like, "Hey, hi, there's Lisa and their friend from last night," and we're fucking like looking down at them on the beach.
Lisa, her name was Lisa.
I don't remember.
That's a straight up white girl
name. I think
name.
it was Lisa. And then she was giving me
Lisa.
She was dude, I have it on. She was actually like stayed in contact with me, and was sending me fucking cards. She sent me this card like saying how much she missed me, and like when basically was saying like our 2 roads will meet up again someday.
Oh, wouldn't that be crazy if Lisa's the one now that you like run into?
I'd love to.
Think that body still hold up, Miss Ohio body?
And not if she's had kids.
Oh,
I feel like it's
sometimes chicks their bodies can hold up with kids.
Like,
it's weird.
I think you have to like be like very like responsive of that. Like be like, hey, I gotta like keep my body in shape while I'm pregnant.
Sometimes they have natural talent though. Sometimes natural talent just bounces back.
Sometimes girls like it's just like their body just like you've seen it, like their head gets bigger.
Why I don't know why their head gets bigger.
Why does their head get? Amy Poehler, her head got way bigger after
Amy
she had a
Poehler's
kid.
head got bigger.
Yeah.
No, all women their heads get bigger.
Swollen.
I don't know what it is, dude.
I don't like it.
They look like fucking King Koopa from fucking Mario Kart or whatever like that. You know what I'm talking about? How their heads get bigger and shit.
Yeah, like why does their head get bigger?
I don't know why it gets bigger.
That.
I'd like science to break that down. Why do women's heads get bigger after they have fucking babies?
Yeah,
it's weird.
Yeah, maybe it is. Maybe there is some reason for it. I don't know. But yeah, it's like their whole body just like kind of like balloons up on a lot of them. Not everyone.
So do you think you'll ever like say in the next week or two you meet somebody, you guys date for a couple years? Do you think you'll have kids at this point in your life?
Oh no,
never.
I've never wanted kids, and I never want. I'm too
never. Not a little Ryan.
I'm too lazy, and I also I'm too selfish. I don't like. I'm too old for. I don't want.
Yeah, but what if it happens like accident wise, where you're really in love with somebody, and she goes, "Oh my god." I'm pregnant.
I'd say sorry. I guess you're gonna have to go find someone else.
Just what? You wouldn't do that. It's cheaper to keep her, dude.
Dude, unless we have the only way I'm having a kid is if we have a nanny.
You know what? It is cheaper. It's cheaper to keep her after the kid. Right? But if she does get pregnant and it's just in a couple months, it's not cheaper to keep the baby. You know what I'm saying? Like it's cheaper to get rid of the baby. You know, cheaper to keep her works after you have the baby, but cheaper to keep her while they're getting pregnant. They still can get an abortion. It's cheaper to get the abortion.
Yeah, it's just
for sure, for sure, dude.
Well, I mean, how much did an abortion go for?
Probably $500 now, $375 to $500. I assume.
You think really that cheap?
Yeah.
Does it matter what trimester?
I do think so. I don't think so. I think it's about that. No, I don't know about trimester. I'm not going that far, but I'm saying like if you were a couple months in and you wanted an abortion, I bet it's around $500.
One of my exes used to go into Planned Parenthood to get some contraceptives or whatever. And people are like always protesting outside, like throwing things at her. And stuff.
Oh
like,
my god, dude! I hate those protesters because they got the signs with the pictures on it. Dude, I swear to God, I seen it one year in Milwaukee. I was doing comedy and I was driving around with the headliner, and we seen that. It was fucking gross. But I swear to God, dude, I was in the back seat and I seen people with those because, dude, they have pictures of like aborted kids already on those things. And dude, as soon as I seen that picture, I told him, I go, hey man, I'm hungry for chicken wings. Let's go eat. You know what I'm saying? Because it did make me hungry for some reason. It did. I don't want to see that shit, dude.
You should pass him. Did you pass him out free tickets to the comedy?
Yeah, there's some free tickets tonight.
Hey,
Come
guys,
on,
you guys look like you like to laugh,
dude. You know what I want to before we forget about this. I want to talk about this, dude. What is up with all the makeup companies now doing transgender makeup commercials? Did you notice that yet?
No.
Dude, my wife was showing me that she follows some like
On TV?
makeup companies and products and influencers on Instagram, and she goes, dude, my wife was basically telling me, she goes, everybody, she goes, all these companies now are all the pictures that they have and all the videos, it's now all transgender. It's you don't see any women on these anymore.
Well, maybe they're just trying to show how
Like,
good their makeup works.
Well, you know what I was thinking
You know
about,
what I
dude?
mean? This one like fades away the mustache best.
Yeah, well, dude, one thing that these makeup companies are on board with, trans, people wearing makeup, it's doubling up their money. I mean, it might not be doubling it because the whole population of men aren't wearing that.
Oh,
but
that's true.
What other larger percentage as it grows of people now buying their product?
Why wouldn't they want to
It's
grow
a
their
conflict of
business
interest.
and also like show that they stand for what everyone's like pretty
Yeah.
much behind right now, right?
Yeah, and I
So-
get it. But Sephora's is the only one. Like before, my wife showed me that because I go, I know, I just seen a Sephora commercial that was all trans, and I get it. I mean, I totally get it.
I think it would be really hard to make your body transitioned over to a girl.
It would be very difficult.
It'd be very. I don't know
Very
if that's a
expensive, too.
compliment or if that's an insult.
You know what though? But my wife was showing me all these like, because when she was showing me that, and my wife wasn't shitting
Do you
on
think
it.
you'd make a pretty girl? Like if you try to switch it up?
No way. And my wife personally was not shitting on it. She just was showing me because she knows I'm interested in like stories and stuff like that for like stand up and podcasting.
Yeah.
And everyone she was showing me, and I didn't tell her this, but every transgender on all these makeup products that she was showing me looked like fucking Ricky Rocket from fucking Poison. Remember the first Poison cover where they had the 4 pictures on the first Poison album where they all were dressed up kind of like women and shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, looked like Bobby Doll and Ricky Rocket on there, and it's like there's no way that you can't tell that that's not a.
Oh yeah, for sure,
Dude.
What about this?
What?
What if Aerosmith came out with the song "Dude Looks Like a Lady" today?
I know.
Can you imagine that? That was not only a song
I'm
on their
so
album.
surprised.
That was a fucking hit. I remember watching that
Well,
video.
they were saying that because of the rockers, where they were probably getting called like that dude looks like a lady or something like that, or looks like a chick, and they just made a song that. So it wasn't even like they were like. But I'm surprised they haven't brought that song out.
That song, if you look at the lyrics of it, that's a fucking girl with a dick.
It is.
Yeah.
But I didn't know that. I never thought that. I just thought it was. But dude, the only problem is with dude looks like a lady. Transgenders don't want you to think of a guy when you look at him because they don't want to be attached. I feel like a large percentage of the thought on transgender, they don't want you to think of a dude when you're looking at him because now it's like a she. And
Are you
they're all
saying
about like
you
female.
don't want them to think that you
Well, by
are
saying
a transgender?
dude looks like a lady, they don't want to be attached to the dude part. They just want to think
Right.
like when you
It
look
just
at them
looks
that they
like a
look like a
lady.
woman, and it's just like, dude. And another thing, what they don't admit, and I'm all, look, I don't give a fuck what transgenders do. Be you, dude. I got no problem. But if they think they're fooling people that they look like a woman, like 9 out of 10 of them. They're not that cute. You know what I'm saying? I mean, but then again, 9 out of 10,
Dude, still
2
looks
out
like
of
a
10
dude.
women look fucking good too. Like what percentage of women look pretty? I mean, it's literally like 4 out of 10 women look like woo.
There's
Okay,
the girl on that new HBO show Euphoria.
which I am not watching that, dude. I fucking
But
tried
the
to
girl,
watch it
the
again.
girl's like
Yeah, the blonde in there is
transgender.
trans. Yeah, you told me
And
that.
she doesn't look bad. I didn't know she was transgender at first. I
Dude.
thought she looked like a cute girl.
Oh yeah, I guarantee you power spray that fucking hair extensions off her and that fucking makeup, and she looks like Tom Petty's brother. I guarantee you, little brother,
Well,
Rick Petty. I guarantee you,
what's the little brother's name?
Rick Petty.
Rick Petty. Just simple white.
That's
dude
what I'm
names.
saying. Well, it's the same thing with women too. I mean, dude, you power spray off all this makeup off most women, and they're fucking.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
seriously,
Oh, for sure.
right?
Only the ethnic
Looking like
ones.
Cat
it seems
Williams.
Like, only the ethnic ones, like without makeup, girls like can, because they have darker features. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like a white girl, especially blonde-haired white girl, they gotta fucking basically. It's like it's like
I
tracing
know.
paper.
Yeah, because they
put it
don't
over and they gotta put
they don't
in
have
their
like their features.
eyebrows and all that.
Their eyebrows are very light, so they have to do something with that. Well,
Well, it seems like a lot of Mexican women though, don't they like draw on their eyebrows? I don't know what that is.
Sometimes.
I don't know why that is.
Dude,
Maybe
hey,
that's wrong.
look, I'm all for makeup, dude, and if it makes transgenders look prettier and makes them look better, and they're gonna
Here's the
do
thing.
it, go for it, bud.
If I see a girl and we start dating or we start hooking up or whatever, or hey, this is the person I met, so I want that most of the time we're together, unless we're living together, this is who I fell in love with.
Oh, so you're saying like that's what you got
I know
to stay to that look.
Yeah, because my ex would start like, because we lived together, she would start like, she came out one day like wearing a robe
Well, dude.
at night, and she's not having any makeup on, her hair's like all wet and stuff, and like constantly I'm like, finally like she just looked like shit, just like a
Dude.
slob, and finally one day I'm like, you have to try a little.
You told her that?
Yeah.
Oh my
You
God.
have to try.
I wonder if she
meet
fucking-
me in the middle. And I'm like, dude, when I get out of the shower, I even at night when I shower, I'll do my hair.
Mm-hmm.
I'll try
You're
to
doing
look
your hair at night?
presentable. Yeah, because I want to look good.
Oh my God.
I'll try to look good. If I'm
But-
trying to look good for you, like, just put on a little foundation.
Dude,
I don't know.
but depending on what age you are, I mean, for men and women, especially like, well, I'm a little biased because, I mean, we're with fucking women and stuff like that. But they're just like cars. Men and women are just like cars. As soon as you fucking buy it, they start depreciating as soon as you drive that fucker off the lot. I mean, for the most part, unless you pick them up when you're like a young guy and you get like a 16-year-old girlfriend and you guys last for many years, or an 18-year-old or a 22-year-old. But even then, it starts depreciating as soon as you drive it off the lot, dude.
How do you?
For the most part, I mean,
Well, right.
they
Yeah,
stay.
I mean-
Men and women stay together up until a certain age, but once, like right now, you're in your 40s. If you meet somebody in their like 30s or 40s, I don't know, dude. You better buy a warranty on that motherfucker because it's only going to be good for so long. But that's the agreement, dude.
Well, right.
That's the agreement. I'm married. That's my agreement with my wife. My wife, I'm getting fatter. My wife's got to like, she looks at me and goes, God, this fucking car's getting fatter. And then as she ages, I'm going to have to deal with her bullshit.
Well, I
That's
mean,
love.
You know what, too? Like, people like who are even in not only married, but in long-term relationships, you start getting comfortable with each other, and then you let yourself go because you
got to be
you
aware
think
of
you're
it.
there, but whatever. But once you're like, if it goes out or you're single again, you're like, I got to get back in
No,
shape. I got to
you
get.
got to be
fucking-
aware of it because my wife even says like, do something about that. Like my wife will say, do something about that.
She should.
And then,
I agree.
I agree too. And then with her,
Same
I don't
with
say it
both
that
ways.
harsh, but I go, like I'm fucking, and she knows too.
You go up and you like slap her thighs a little bit, or you slap her
Dude, but
stomach. Like,
I'm
hey,
serious.
what's this?
No, but you know what, dude? My wife's holding it together, man. For the most part, it's she holds. But my wife is very aware of what her body looks like. My wife is very aware of like
good.
what's going. She's aware. She's
That's
plugged
good.
into it. You know what I'm saying, in a good way,
Like,
where she
know
goes,
where to hide things and how to like.
Yeah, dude. My wife does Zumba a couple times a week, and she
still
eats
do that?
correct. Yeah, she does. Zumba's like a real popular
What is
thing.
Zumba? Isn't that like
it's
old
like
school?
fucking no.
Not
it's
like jazzercise?
Nah, Zumba's like the new thing. It's like real upbeat Hispanic generally, or like clubby type music that they just do moves to for fucking like an hour, and then
Oh, really?
sometimes they'll grab weights and stuff. Yeah. Dude,
It sounds like it's just like.
well, it's like the
people
new
just, like,
version of like jazzercise and Pilates or jazzercise.
Okay.
That's
It's
all it
just
is. I mean,
moving
you're
your
just,
body to music,
Yeah.
basically, and shit.
dude. I'll tell you one thing that I watched. I thought was shit right out of the gates was that fucking Jeff Ross historic roast. Did you watch that,
No,
dude?
that guy's trying to find all new things to roast.
Dude,
It's like, get
people were
already.
telling me it was funny. Like I'd hear people like, "Oh my god, it's so funny," and then I fucking put it on for like 20 minutes, just waiting for it to get good.
It's a stupid
Dude,
idea.
it was corny as fuck, dude. I mean, corny as fuck, dude. Where I'm just
Seeing
like,
people dressed up like Ben Franklin and trying to roast
it was
him.
well. The
don't
one I only
understand
watched
this.
was Abe Lincoln, dude, and it
I
has
just making up names,
it has people on there that you think are like that are funny people, like Bob
Mhm.
Saget and Natasha Leggero and Yamanika, and then Jeff Ross. And I see what they're doing, but dude, I'm serious, dude. It was corny as fuck. Like I can't emotionally attach to it. Where I'm like, this ain't no good, dude. This is no good.
Well, he needs to give up on it. I mean,
He's making so much money on it, dude. He's getting Netflix deals on it.
Jeff Ross, I think it's good.
The Bumpin' Mikes was a success.
The Bumpin' Mikes was good, but then he was doing like roasting prison mates. Did you see that shit?
That was good. I thought that was really good.
He did good at it, but I'm saying he's reaching. So how far is the branches on this tree going?
Well,
you know what I mean?
Eventually, he's just going to keep.
Like,
he's going to keep walking out on that branch until he has nothing left.
I like when you do like the roast on Comedy Central of like celebrities. I enjoy that shit.
Yeah.
When there's a lot of people going up on
Dude,
it. Like,
did you see? I didn't watch all of the UFC fight last night.
I went to my friend's house. You got it.
Did you see fucking George Mozgov or whatever the fuck his name is knock out fucking Ben Askren?
Fuck yeah.
5-second fucking knockoff, run at him with knees and shit.
Motherfucker.
Did he get him with the knee?
Because I know that Ben guy.
Yeah,
that Ben guy. He came from.
He came from.
He was basically traded from Demetrius Johnson.
Or FS1. He came in from one of those.
FS1.
Yeah.
Demetrius Johnson was traded. And Ben came over, and he was undefeated, like 19-0.
I know, he's a bad
motherfucker.
He's a world-class wrestler, dude.
He should have lost to Robbie Lawler.
I know, Robbie Lawler fucking ragdolled him, dude.
Everybody hates that Ben guy. He's cocky motherfucker.
He's shit-talker.
He's got clown hair. Like
Not
Ronald
everybody
McDonald
hates
hair.
him, dude. Not everybody hates him.
He's like a heel.
But dude,
most people hate him. And
fucking George came fucking out, like jumping at him with knees. And did he get him with the knee? Because the video I seen wasn't up close.
Ben is a wrestler and he's like a grappler, so he was going out and trying to go for his legs and take him down on the ground. And so he's leaning down to go at it, and the other guy's coming in with a fucking flying knee and just cracked him right in the fucking side of the head. Ben
is that what knocked him out?
He was knocked out for almost 10 minutes.
Oh my god!
Like I was like, I think this guy's got permanent brain damage, dude. Like this,
Whoa.
His leg was in the air for like 5 minutes. You know, like when they get all like just tensed up.
No shit.
Like frozen like a frog.
And they were showing that on UFC, like the fight.
Yeah, and the best part about it is that what was the guy's name that fought him? George
Mozgov.
As soon as he knocked him out and hit him with that flying knee, and Ben's like just stunned, laying on the ground, like. George is right in his face, still talking shit to him.
Yeah,
you like that, motherfucker? You like that? Dude, oh yeah, just
that
and
dude
then going
is
up.
No fucking
not
joke,
only that,
dude.
Not only that, he starts prancing around the ring, and then he does the dead fish. Like, just like he basically drops on the ground and does like,
oh my god,
and acts like him, like a frozen fucking.
Well, they were talking shit to each other. I think. I think old boy was talking shit to him.
They used to
George.
train together.
Yeah. Well, did you see him on? Did you see George on Rogan months ago?
No.
Watch
I
that.
See that.
He was on Rogan. Yeah, watch the video. It's even better.
Him?
Yeah, because George was on Rogan, and then also, dude. People that are listening and that haven't already looked it up, look up George's backyard. He was doing Kimbo Slice backyard fighting.
That's what I heard.
When he was young.
I heard
and
that
those videos are pretty good, dude. He
he
has
out?
Some backyard. No, he got his ass. He was getting thumped on by a better fighter at the time, but he was real young.
Okay.
A lot of dudes in the backyard going, you know, doing those type of things. But dude, that motherfucker is a killer, dude.
He is.
Watch that Rogan, dude. You'll fall in love with that dude even more. Where you go, dude, I like this guy even more.
Really?
He's a real man. He does man shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what his squirt is. OW20's mine though, but I'm sure he gets his oil changed.
What the fuck is squirt? What are you talking about? You want to say
it's
this?
oil, dude. OW20's my squirt.
What is it? Is this something you saw on World Star Hip Hop or something?
Dude, you know what I'm saying?
What is it?
It's oil, dude. OW20's my squirt.
You're such an idiot. You're gonna fucking look back and you're like, why did I say that stupid shit?
Dude, why? Before we get out of here, dude, why are they trying to throw women's soccer down our fucking throat like anybody fucking cares about women's soccer?
The way I look at it, so I can sleep at night, at least it's not women's basketball.
It's horrible.
Women's basketball is the worst sport ever. Women's soccer, at least some of them are actually attractive. So I'm like, hey, that's cute,
dude. But how they go? Oh, women's soccer has a double standard. How women can't act like this and that and be cocky about it? It's like, no, it's fucking corny. It's not exciting to watch. It doesn't look cool. And dude, I'm sick of like look, when women do cool shit and it's bad as fuck type shit, it's dude. Amanda Nunes. That bitch is a bad motherfucker.
I was pissed off.
Game recognizes game. Not me, dude. That bitch is the real deal. She's the one. She's the one, dude. Straight up lesbian, straight up fucking bad chick, and game recognizes game. But if somebody doesn't give you respect, it's because they don't really give a fuck. There's a bunch of ingredients why people don't respect people. It has nothing to do with just one ingredient of they're a women. It's a bunch of ingredients where the shit's boring, nobody gives a fuck, and even when you try to jam it down our throat, we don't like it even more. It's like fucking our fucking parents trying to feed us fucking carrots, like hot carrots. It's like, get this shit out of my mouth. I don't like the way it fucking tastes. And dude, nobody cares about it. I mean, you know who cares about it? Moms and dads, they have little girls that are playing soccer, they played soccer. Or
you know why the U.S. is so good in soccer, right?
Why?
How many other countries are even letting women play in sports?
Very true.
Right?
You think that's true? I don't know.
No, I mean, I'm serious. A lot of them...
I bet there are a lot of countries out there.
There's a lot of countries where, or they're having to even be like, basically like, wearing like, they can't even show their face unless it's in their household. Like, isn't there a lot of Muslims families where they have the burqas and stuff? Dude,
I just talked to a guy that did business in Dubai. And not too long ago, and he goes, dude, I went to a water park, and he goes, there's all the guys are in Speedos having a good time in the water, and all the women wearing burqas from head to toe, and they don't go in the water no farther than their ankles, and they're just watching the kids.
Isn't that crazy?
And it's just like, what? And you wouldn't talk about like women's rights?
That's what I'm saying. Women's rights.
Come on, man. Like we dude, you could respect the religion and keep the religion. Take the fucking sheets off those fucking ladies and let them fucking throw in a cute fucking bathing suit and have fun like the rest of the world, dude.
Yeah, and come on, man. So hot for them.
Come
on,
dude. You want to talk about women's rights? That ain't right. You know what I'm saying? That's a right that needs to be fucking fixed.
That's why I think a lot of these countries, like, so you think they're allowed to play team sports?
You're right. You got a point. You got a point, man.
I mean, because we suck. Men's soccer, dude, we suck.
All I'm saying is when women do kick-ass things,
of course,
people respect that. Amanda Nunes, people respect that, dude. The chick she knocked out when fucking Holly Holmes fucking beat up Ronda Rousey. That was fucking exciting, dude. When Ronda Rousey was beating up chicks before the division fucking grew into what it is now, that was exciting. You know, when fucking Sigourney Weaver was fucking whipping ass on a fucking alien ship and shit like that, that was kick-ass. When it is fucking awesome, it's fucking awesome. It has nothing to do with fucking gender. But this soccer shit and fucking Wimbledon fucking tennis, I can't wait till real sports come back, dude, because they're showing fucking softball, fucking college softball, fucking women's fucking tennis, and fucking women's soccer. It's the worst time for fucking sports right now.
But you're relating like cool things that women do with besides you're talking about movies. You know what I mean? Like, that's movies, you can make anything look good, or you can put anybody in there and just a good script or whatever, like Sigourney Weaver taking out aliens. Yeah, it's not going to happen in real life, though.
One of my favorite fucking movies is Aaron Brockovich, okay? It's you know why? Because Julia Roberts fucking knocked it out of the fucking park. I fucking love that movie. I watch Aaron Brockovich every time it's on, and it's not because I'm like, I'm gonna watch a movie with a woman female lead in it. No, it's a great fucking movie.
You know what's even better than that? You ever seen Porky's?
Yeah, Porky's was so good. When we were kids, we used to watch I used to watch Porky's. And I remember my grandma one time said to he only likes it because there's boobies in it.
Do you think like Porky's probably wouldn't ever make it now just because of the fact that we have the internet? People like had to go there just to see a girl like in short shorts.
Fucking holes in the fucking locker room and shit where women were like changing.
And then we had to go to the movie theaters to see a man peeking through a hole looking at women because we didn't have any internet. We didn't have any like. Unless you got a prescription or a subscription to Penthouse or whatever in the mail.
Dude, Porky's was a good fucking movie though, right? Those were so good,
I don't know
dude.
If it was a good movie. It was good for your dick,
dude. I like how it was. And it was in the past. I like the characters.
I remember that cheerleader screaming.
I'm gonna have to go watch Porky's again. Now that you say that. Do you remember that?
They're like all in the gym, and then like this guy took one of the cheerleaders like up to like this little loft area or whatever, and then she's like a screamer, and she keeps like screaming, ha, ha, and it's like echoing through everyone in the gym. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I remember that.
I don't think you do. I
do too. Remember that, dude? I watched all those Porky movies. Porky's 2.
Porky's 2.
Didn't they have Porky's Revenge?
Porky's 3. Porky's Revenge. I don't. Was that number 2 or number 3?
I don't know, dude. I watched all those Porky's. It's been fucking 35 years. I'm sorry I don't know the play-by-play since last time, but now I'm gonna rewatch it, dude.
Dude, it was like that was one of the key scenes. You ever like watch any of those old like even even watching old porn is like really like everyone's.
But
like,
I like
so
those
hairy
80s
and,
titties movies. Those were like my favorite, dude. When I was in the 80s, they had those titty
Which other
movies.
ones? I know there was a lot of them. Like there was one
Skin
that,
flicks.
do you
They
ever
always
see,
call them
like,
skin flicks.
Do you see the one with Scott Baio and the guy who was his actual friend on Charles in Charge? It's called Zapped.
Oh,
He came out with
yeah.
Zapped.
Long time
and
ago.
he like something happened and he got struck by lightning or something, and then he had the ability to like lift up
Dude.
girls' skirts.
You know, it was one of the funniest movies when I was a kid, and then I watched it later
stupid.
on that was not funny.
Huh.
Up the Creek.
Up the Creek?
Yeah, did you ever see
Is it
that?
80s movie?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
It's where it was a rafting movie where colleges were like doing it. They were doing like each college had a raft, and it would show like each raft had like characters on it, you know, and stuff like that. And they were rafting down this river, and there was just shenanigans. And it was funny when I was a kid. I used to crack me up,
was
man.
it like Smokey and the Bandit for rafts, like in the water?
Yeah,
or something?
sort of. You know what I'm
Kinda
saying?
like
It was like a American Pie type movie, but
was that
with like
Cannonball
rafts.
Run? I'm sorry, Cannonball
Yeah.
Run was like that, right?
Yeah,
They're all
yeah.
racing towards something.
Yeah, dude, I was watching, before we get out of here, man, I was watching Boogie Nights last night on TV, though, so it wasn't a good version of it. That was a good
TV,
movie,
yeah.
man. Boogie Nights was a good fucking movie, dude.
Well, yeah, like that director is like, that was like his first big movie, I think, right?
Really?
He went on to do a lot of big movies.
Really?
Yeah. Who the fuck was that guy?
I don't know.
But yeah, he was a big actor. I think that's Paul something.
Yeah.
Fuck, I can't remember.
The guy that
but,
was in Scientology, that was fucking doing the Scientology interviews, how he said they fucked me. Well, not physically fucked him, but how they took all his money and then he realized this is a fucking sham.
Paul or something. Paul Anderson.
Yeah, no, it's
That's
not
what
that.
I'm talking about.
I know you're talking about, dude.
Yeah, but Boogie Nights, yeah, that was a lot of people's favorite movie.
Dude,
One of my friends, like,
dude, that's the first. I think Fear was one of the first movies that popped Mark Wahlberg's head up, where they were like, "Oh, okay, he's kind of getting into it." But then Boogie Nights was the first movie where I think they were like, "Oh, this dude can be a lead."
Wahlberg, you mean?
Yeah, Mark
Do you
Wahlberg.
remember who else was in that movie?
A lot of people were in it. Don Cheadle was in it.
That other
Burt
big
Reynolds
actor
was in it.
That other big actor, the fat guy.
Yeah, he was in it.
gay.
That wanted to suck his dick and shit
Yeah,
like that.
yeah, that's,
he was in it.
Who's that dude's name?
Dude, the dude that was in Step Brothers was in it. That was an idiot. That Paul, whatever the fuck his name is. Philip Seymour Hoffman.
That's who I was talking about.
That was dude. There was a lot of hitters in that movie, man.
Yeah. Who'd you say? Heather Graham? Damn.
Heather Graham.
Heather Graham. She was hot.
Yeah, dude.
Like she was that roller skate girl.
Dude, Heather Graham was fucking. She still. I'm sure she still got it together, but
why
man,
is a
she
hot
was.
girl on roller skates always like so much hotter? Like it just
It's something
it
with
just
the. It's something with the
elevates
connection, dude.
it. Just elevates it so much more. It's like wow, man, on roller skates too. God damn.
Ryan Andrews, I got to get out of here, man. I got to get my ass home to my wife, dude. But
How long have we been on?
we've been on for almost an hour, dude. What do you want to
Really?
do? You want to be out here in your fucking dark ass
We
shady
still have
street
some
out
more
here,
time,
fucking
yeah.
doing a podcast while somebody shoots into my fucking car? That's why I don't like it over here, dude. Your
Dude.
neighborhood's a little shade. I don't like it, man.
Your neighborhood's way shadier.
Are you kidding me? I got cops
are you
everywhere in my
kidding me?
neighborhood. I don't feel like there's a cop
Yeah,
within
if you have
fucking 9
cops
blocks of
everywhere
this
in your
fucking place.
neighborhood, that means it's a bad area.
No, it's
That's why
not.
they're
That means they
going
live
through.
there and it's safe, dude.
Do you have those emergency phones on each side of the?
No, but I'm about to get some security lights for my house. I'm gonna buy. I was looking on Amazon the other day. Like I'm starting to put my eyes on like which
Really?
one should I get? Yeah, I'm gonna put one on my garage, or maybe one or two on my garage, and I'm gonna put a couple out front, a couple in the back.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not fucking around. I'm probably gonna get like 5 or 6 of them.
Any
at
reason
least.
for that? Or you just
Safety.
paranoid?
Safety. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm gonna fucking do it.
That's crazy.
Guys, OW20 is my squirt, Ryan Andrews. You can find you at RYAndrews76 on Instagram, and you could also find him looking up cam girls not paying any money until,
It's something.
You still
to
doing that?
It's a game. Yeah.
I've never clicked
I did
on
that.
cam
I
girls,
did that
dude.
last night.
You did that last night?
Yeah, like I also like I get too obsessed with things too, like that I'll have to like I go down these rabbit holes. Or like I was playing this video game yesterday, and my friend was having the pay-per-view. I almost like didn't get me out to the pay-per-view because I got stuck trying to beat this fucking game, and I couldn't tear myself away. I
What
got
game?
stuck. This baseball game. I was just trying to
What baseball game?
MLB The Show. And I was trying to beat Ken Griffey Jr. Needed to get like 6 hits and like 3 RBI
Yeah.
for a fucking game, and I kept getting close and not getting it, and I kept playing, and I finally had to tell myself, Ryan, put the controller down and get in the shower and go out and talk to somebody.
Yeah, you fucking weirdo.
Like, fucking, I finally had to do it. I get obsessed, so I can't like tear my.
Yeah, but that's a
away.
common thing, though. Look,
Yeah,
there's
I
a lightning
guess.
bug. I haven't seen a lightning bug in Chicago in years.
Well, you're right near the airport in the ghetto too, so there's not too
That's
much
not
other
true,
like
dude.
vegetation.
That's not true, dude.
Things don't grow over there.
Yeah, whatever, man.
Good
Hey,
point,
guys,
so-
thanks for listening to Busted Balls. If you like the podcast, please share it. If you don't want to share it, I get it, and, whatever. And please, if you want to write in, you can write in. You got any questions, write in. If you don't like the podcast, you can go fuck yourself. I really
How are they
going to
write in? You have no.
Dude, on Instagram. You can write in on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can go, Dear Eric,
thought you meant like a letter.
I'm going through relationship problems right now with so-and-so. What is your advice? And I would tell them, because I got expertise advice,
you
dude.
think anybody would take advice from you?
Dude, I am a
Want
fucking
advice.
dude. First of all, I'm an elder, and I've been through
An
some
elder.
shit. I've been through some shit, dude. You know what I'm saying? So have you, dude. You know. So
Yeah,
if you want to write in, Ryan, you want to write in relationship advice, I'll answer your
How do I
questions,
write
dude. I'm Eric Pennell, Eric Pennell Comedy on Instagram, and it's Bustin' Balls podcast
So
on
that's
Instagram.
that's the way people write in these days on Instagram.
That's right.
Not
Slide
emails?
just put it in my DM. You know what I'm saying? Guys, thanks for listening to Bustin' Balls podcast. You guys have a good week, man. Thank you.